Okay. All right, everybody. This is a guided walkthrough for the Bandit 8 level from the Bandit CTF Labs on Overthewire.org. Let's go ahead and use SSH to log in. Okay, it's going to ask us for the password here. So we're just going to paste in the password and hit the enter key. And that's going to log us in. Oh, I keep on clicking on that link. Okay, everybody, don't click on the link when you log into the level. Otherwise, it's going to take you away from your terminal, and that's not great. Okay, so SSH bandit 8 at bandit.labs.overthewire.org, port 82220. Let me copy the password one more time. Paste in the password. Okay, so in this level, we've got another data.txt file. So let's go ahead and go over to the level goals page and take a look at what we need to do to finish this level. So this is going to be on level 8 to level 9. And in the level goal, it states the password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt and is the only line of text that occurs only once. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. So we see we've got this data.txt file, and it's got a lot of, let me give a sample of what is in this file. So we're just going to print out the first 20 lines with the head command over here. And it's just a bunch of different potential password strings over here. What we need to do is we need to figure out which one of these lines occurs only once in this output, and that's going to be the password for the next level. So let me explain what commands we're going to be doing to solve this level. There are a couple of new concepts we're going to be going over in this level as well. So let's talk about it. So in Bandit 8, we need to use the sort command. So the sort command takes all the lines contained within a given file and returns them in alphabetical or numerical order. So it's basically going to sort all the lines in your file by alphanumerically. But we have to combine this sort command with another command to get our password. And so the sort command is very simple to use. It's just the command itself and then the input to be sorted. In this case, it's going to be the data.txt file. So we're going to combine the sort command with the unique command. So the unique command takes all the lines in a file and removes any lines with identical contents to the one above it. So basically, if there are a bunch of lines that are the same, it's going to delete all the identical lines. So this command is very useful for removing consecutive blank lines in a given file, but we can also combine the unique command with the sort command to achieve some specific goals. So how do we use the unique command? So we're going to be using it like this. So number 1 is going to be the command itself, unique. And then number 2, we're going to use the count flag. So if we use unique with this special flag here, it's going to print out the number of times a specific string is encountered in the file. It's going to number the lines. So the third thing we need to provide is the file to be processed, which is the data.txt file. So another thing we're going to do in this level is we're going to do something called command piping. So if you're not familiar with command piping from using other command line interfaces, command piping is it's a very useful technique, and I'll just talk about what it does. So in Linux, command piping is the process of passing the output of one command into the input of a second command. So command piping is the process of passing the output of one command into the input of a second command. This is a very useful feature because it allows commands to be chained together to achieve a lot of flexible output. So in this level, we're going to sort all of the lines in data.txt, and then we're going to take those sorted lines and we're going to get only the unique ones. So in this case, this is the command we're going to use. So we're going to do the sort command on data.txt, and then we're going to supply the pipe. So whatever is output by the sort command is going to be fed into the unique command, and then we're going to run -c, which is going to number the number of times the line occurs in the file. So let's go ahead and try this out. So over here, we've got data.txt. We're going to run the sort command, and let's just see what happens if we just run the sort command by itself. Whoops, we need to spell correctly. So we see all of these lines over here, and they've all been sorted, but we don't know how many times they occur inside the file. So what we need to do is we need to chain the command together with the unique command. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to sort data.txt, but we're also going to supply the pipe character over here. And to anybody who doesn't know, the pipe character is the shifted version of the backslash. So if you can locate the backslash on your keyboard, the pipe character is going to be the shifted version of that. So after that, we're going to give the unique command with the count. So if we run this together, then we get the number of times each one of these strings occurs. And remember, we only want to get the string that happens once. What we can do is we can actually just scroll up, and we can see that this string over here occurs only once, but we can actually chain more than one command together. And let me demonstrate that. Let me clear the screen. So we're going to run sort on data.txt. We're going to pipe it into unique to get the number of times each one of these strings occurs. But we're going to pipe it into another sort command. And in this case, the lowest number of lines is going to come at the bottom of the output. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we run this. So we see here that the lowest number of lines is at the bottom, and it's this line right here, and this is going to be the password for the next level. So if you're keeping track, that's the password for the next level. So remember, we're not finished with the level until we exit. So we give the exit command, and now we're done. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how we solve this level before we finish off. Okay, so in this level, the method of solve is to locate the line in the file that occurs only once. We use the sort command to organize the data into groups, and then use the unique command with the -c flag to output the number of times each line appears in the file, and then we use the sort command again to return the least occurring lines at the end of the list. We used command piping to do this, and that's how we solved the level. All right, so everybody, this was a guided walkthrough for the Bandit 8 level from the Bandit Labs from overthewire.org. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.